Hi, I'm Omar.
And I'm Mia.
We're the two Broke Geeks.
And this is Hey, That's on Netflix Instant Watch, where we tell you our top 5 choices for things to watch on Netflix Instant Watch based on a viewer profile.
Today's viewer profile is Disney Hipsters.
How do you know if you're a Disney hipster? You take your Disney movies a little too seriously. Come on. She gives up her voice so she can get legs to be with the guy.
No, Little Mermaid is about a woman finding her sexuality despite her father, her voice despite her husband, and she has a female antagonist because she don't need to be defined by a man.
You consider yourself a defender of obscure Disney movies.
It's just, I feel like Tangled doesn't get enough attention.
Tangled? Really? What about Wind in the Willows? What about Rescuers Down Under? What about Frankenweenie? What about Emperor's New Groove? What about That Darn Cat? And you probably have a Disney annual pass.
So, here's our list.
Number 5 is Aristocats.
Now the reason it's number 5 on our list is because nothing happens in the movie.
There's sort of a villain and he's pretty incompetent.
Edgar's a boob.
They also reuse animation loops. If you look for it, they reuse them all the time, especially this one where the little cat goes, "I'm an alley cat, meow." They use that 5 times at least.
I think it's 3.
It's an embarrassing amount of times. It's that older style of Disney animation, and it's kind of an older movie. It sort of feels like a 1950s rom-com.
But with a really racist cat. Number 4 is Tarzan. Now, I actually hadn't seen Tarzan until like a week ago. Watching Tarzan and talking about it is like entering a secret club. Like any party you go to now, you're just like, hey, I rewatched Tarzan recently, and people are like, oh my god, let's go in the back room and talk about it.
Now, Tarzan technically is part of the Disney Renaissance, at least according to Wikipedia and how they label the Disney Renaissance, so it's still in that era of the mainstream Disney, like Aladdin and Lion King. I don't really think it's in the same vein as those, but it's so beautiful. Number 3 is Robin Hood. Robin Hood with the foxes, you know. It's also beautifully animated, similarly to Aristocats. You can see like the sketch marks out, and it's so great. And that fox is the best Robin Hood other than Cary Elwes.
Do you think Kevin Costner watched this movie and was like, oh my god?
Yeah, probably.
I hadn't seen it in a long time, and it is so charming. Like, all the characters are charming, the colors are charming, everything about it is charming.
Now, Fox and the Hound is also available on Netflix, but we couldn't in good conscience include it on this list because, as you know, when you sit down to try and watch Fox and the Hound, this happens.
My name's Todd. What's your
Nope.
name, kid?
Number 2 is Lilo and Stitch. Now, this is an amazing movie that people just don't talk about enough.
It does get a lot of merchandising love as far as Stitch goes, but other than that, it really went unnoticed.
It's a really cool movie about 2 cultures colliding, kind of literally, and it totally beat Brave and Frozen to the whole, like, sister, like, family, like, love can be between people who aren't trying to get married. My favorite thing about the movie is that everyone looks like the dragons from How to Train Your Dragon.
Stitch is totally toothless. And number 1 is a tie of Treasure Planet and Atlantis.
Ooh, a tie.
You know why it's a tie?
Yeah, because they're the
'Cause
same movie.
I think if you're a true Disney hipster, you must at least have some love for either Atlantis or Treasure Planet. I actually just rewatched Atlantis and I really, really liked it. The treatment was apparently written by Joss Whedon, and you can totally tell the Whedon crew in the characters is very, like, ensemble.
And Treasure Planet's, like, cool and intricate, and what I really like is that it's weird. It's a weird Disney film that doesn't feel that comforting.
Both Treasure Planet and Atlantis are sci-fi, action, adventure, steampunk elements, ocean, underwater, translated to space. They were both Disney and they both came out 1 year apart from each other. So, can someone please explain to me why? I'm sure there's some great anecdotal story about why they came out so close to each other, but I don't know it.
The only thing I know is that if you go to a party and everyone's talking about their favorite Disney films, like Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Lion King, and you throw out either Treasure Planet or Atlantis, everyone's gonna be like, okay, let's get you a PBR.
So that's our list. What are your favorite Disney movies and ones that maybe people wouldn't expect you to say? Leave your answers in the comments below. My favorite Disney movie is Hercules, which is kind of a hipster answer.
I mean, it's the best Superman movie we ever made.
Yeah, right? Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, share with all your Disney hipster friends, and subscribe for more videos.
Also, really quickly, you might have noticed that the background is very boring. It's
terrible.
It's ugly. That's because we actually just moved. We don't have like a background. You could help us with that.
We we just got a P.O. box for the first time. So if you would like to send us wall things to put on the wall, you can send it to us. We'll put the address in the doobly-doo.
We didn't get the biggest one, so don't.
It might get crunched. Like, we got the cheapest one.
It's definitely gonna get folded. All right, we're gonna go hang out with some racist cats. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Now, I have a fan theory about Tarzan, that it's an alternative universe Beauty and the Beast, where Tarzan is the Beast, what's his name? The guy with the gun is Gaston.
Clayton.
Jane is Belle. Her dad is her dad. And Miss Potts and Chip are just Miss Potts and Chip, but they can't talk in this
There is
universe.
a cameo of Mrs. Potts and Chip.